Hey guys, Yule here. So today I'm going to make a plant arrangement that you can use as a centerpiece in your dinner table, or maybe as part of your home decor, or maybe as a gift, or maybe no reason at all other than to enjoy it, which is why I'm making it. But for this plant arrangement, I'm using these gorgeous cyclamen that I found in Home Depot. And cyclamen are in season right now, and it's one of the most adorable winter flowers. If you live in a milder climate, you may have them blooming outside right now, which is lucky you. But cyclamen could be a little bit temperamental, and I will talk about their care at the end of this video. But even if you don't get to keep them for years and years to come, and maybe keep them just for 6 months or so, it is still less expensive than buying, let's say, a flower arrangement. So I found this beautiful galvanized container at, I think it was Home Goods, and it was about $20. And I've been looking for a galvanized container for a long time, but I have a very specific style in mind, and I'm very picky about things I buy. So this one, when I saw this was screaming out my name. And it has a little gold element to it, which is very holiday-like, so I think it's going to be really great on like a Christmas dinner table. And also the height is perfect, because if you have a centerpiece on your table, you don't want to look over plants or planters to the other person. So this was great. It's exactly the height of the pots that these cyclamens are in. So really happy with this. Then of course I have the cyclamen, and I've had these pieces of wood for a long time. It's like 10 years, maybe over 10 years, and I use them in aquariums a lot. And these are called ironwood, and they are super heavy, you guys, because they have to sink in the water once you put them in aquariums. But they have so much character in them. They're like pieces of art to me. When you look at them, they have so many crevices and so many interests. So I try to use them in plant arrangements a lot. And I do a lot of dish gardens in the winter, because it kind of gets my gardening muscle going, and I just enjoy bringing nature home and enjoy it in like these small scale like this. So anyway, I will post links to these sort of pieces of wood that you can buy online. Of course, you can always go out there in the garden and pick your own wood that has a lot of character. I just couldn't find the one I really liked, so I ended up using this one, and I have two pieces here. I can't decide which one I'm going to use. This one is super heavy. Also, I'm using moss, and this one I just collected in local woods. Again, check your ordinances if you can collect moss in your neck of the woods, so to speak. If you have been watching my videos for a while, you guys know that I love natural woodlandsy arrangements. I actually will post a couple of videos from last year and the year before where I was just going nuts with like the moss and the branches and the plants, because it is just so peaceful. And again, it is bringing nature home when it is gray and cold outside, and actually at any time of the year. It is just so relaxing to look at arrangements like that. All right, guys, so this arrangement is done and I love how this turned out. It actually looks great from every single angle. So if you were to put this as your centerpiece on your dinner table, every single person can enjoy this. As for the care for this arrangement, as I mentioned, cyclamen can be a little temperamental, but the main thing that they are looking for is actually cool air. What people do a lot, they place it in their homes, and we like 70-degree temperatures. They like more like 50 to 45-degree temperature. So you could have them for about a week displayed on your dinner table, on the mantle, or wherever you decide to put them, and then find a spot that is at about 45 to 50-degree temperature, and they will last for a very long time. I actually had a cyclamen last year. It bloomed for about 8 months, and it is coming out of dormancy right now, so I am expecting it to bloom in a couple of weeks. But they will last for a very long time if you just give them that cool temperature. These have tons of buds. Another thing that is kind of helps with their bloom cycle is deadheading. And there are a couple of spent flowers that I see here. So what I do, I actually gently pull them out. So, and you could see like there's going to be a round seed head, and you could just gently pull them out. Again, the word here is gently, because there is a tuber that these plants coming out of, so you don't want to damage it. So I just, like a couple of times a week, I just go out and I pluck these out, and extends the bloom season really well. I also fertilize them with Jack's fertilizer. I use exactly the same fertilizer I use for my African violets. They really enjoy it. As for the watering, normally you would water them from the bottom. So if you have a pot, you place it in a dish with water and you let it soak. Because this is a galvanized dish, I can't quite do that. So I'm going to have to be really careful watering around these plants, not a lot, because again, they do have that tuber that tends to rot if you overwater. Now, another thing that I have in this arrangement that requires care is moss. And this is a living moss. You can feel free to use preserved moss, and they can be just as beautiful. But this moss that I have here is called fern moss, and it has little blades that look like fern fronds, and that's why it's called fern moss. And this moss will last for a very long time. It could last up to 6 months to a year if you care for it properly. Now, I have a little bit of experience with moss because I've been using it for so long, and I know they do not like tap water, and I could not figure out why. So I actually, I follow Linda Vader on Instagram, and she uses moss a lot too. So she actually said to use distilled water, and I was like, oh my God, that totally makes sense. So I've been using tap water that actually dechlorinated for about 24 hours, and it's been great, but you could also use distilled water. Another thing that I was thinking about, I love white color and like cool colors, but you can get cyclamen in all kinds of different colors. Cyclamen color, red color, pink color. And if you want to go all Christmas, all holidays, imagine this being in red color, maybe with some holly berries. It will just be so beautiful. But I decided to go with just like this very understated, kind of chilled snow white decorations. I did add some pine cones, and I had some hemlock cones that I have in my own garden, and I kind of sprinkled them around. Overall, I'm just in love with this arrangement, and I hope you like this too. And go ahead and make one. You can make one smaller. You don't have to get 3 plants. You can just get 1. You can get branch from your own garden. You can get dishes like this at garage sales for $1 or $2. The creativity is limitless here. So I hope you guys make one for the holidays, or just period. And tag me on Instagram if you make one. And I hope you enjoyed this video today. As per usual, if you have questions, let me know, and I'll see you next time.